Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 6th of October 2022. So black gold and bond yields jump as stocks pump and dump. They certainly did. US stocks snapped the firm two-day rally but closed well off their lows. And dollar and yields claw back recent downside while the services PMI offers a glimpse of hope ahead of Friday's NFP numbers. Yes, they're due out tomorrow. And is it time to buy gold? Central banks are about to throw in the towel on the inflation fight. I think inflation is going to win. We're just getting started. I wouldn't disagree with that because the rates aren't high enough to slow down inflation anyway. And they don't seem to be winning on that front when you look at the news. Even the numbers, the ADP numbers the other day, they're only 1 million less, but they talk about soft data. But it's not good across the board. All the figures are very close to the actual. Economic news today. What have we got? More PMI from the UK. They've downgraded all these news items. It's an absolute pain. They used to just leap off the page when you had medium and high impact, and now you have to read through them to see what really is being hidden or glossed over. Unemployment claims today, that's the US, that's no longer an issue. I'm amazed that's not being downgraded. It became a very high impact news item during the COVID pandemic 3 years ago this March, and they had millions that were being laid off. And then FOMC meetings later again, you got an MPC one there as well. So again, you have to look through these just to be careful that they've downgraded something. There's another one here as well. We've got ECB monetary policy meeting at 12:30 as well. Gold silver ratio sideways to low. Tried to move back up yesterday, but silver fought back as you will see when we get to it. But first, let's start off, have a look at the stock markets and kick off with the Dow Jones. In the Dow, we can see yesterday we got a bit of weakness there. The market came down, then rallied back. We're stuck at that 20 bar moving average. You've got the 78.89 in the way, and we've still got that 50 EMA by the 20th of September's high that was left behind there. So we've got a bit of resistance there. But at the moment, the market's going to try and move up before those Non Farm Payroll numbers out tomorrow. The Dow yesterday afternoon, it moved down in the first couple of hours, but then there was it kicked off with British missiles being fired into Russia, and that supported the market. That's what brought the market up yesterday afternoon, as you will see there. But this is what sparked this yesterday. Overnight, the market continuing to move higher, and you can see there that price is sideways to lower at the moment. In the German DAX, a bit stronger. You can see same price action for yesterday, but we've closed above the 20 bar moving average. And we're finding a bit of resistance at the 78% retracement at the moment. In the 30-minute chart, we were down, like I say, until the US started trading, and then that news came out late afternoon, and we saw the DAX then move back to the upside with the US also bringing prices back above the DP. At the moment, we're back to yesterday's high. It's very important that the market holds at this level. You've got the 20 bar moving average there as well. It'll need to bounce off this if it intends to move higher and have any chance of taking out the 78 or 89. So it's got to bounce off yesterday's high, which at the moment, even as I'm recording, is just sneaking through, but can close back yet. It's only a 30-minute chart. In the 5-minute chart for yesterday, very sideways. We started off really sideways, and then we had the cash market open, and then we sold off along with the pound and all other markets as well. The weakness came back. We then found some support just below this price here, which is 12,550, a bit higher than the DP, which was down at the 12,500. Market then stuck in a range, which you can see there. Then the weakness came back and we traded down to the DP. We bounced off this in the afternoon, and then the selling came in on the US market, which forced the market down. Then the news out of the UK firing missiles, and you can see their prices moving back to the upside. Overnight, there's your action there. We've just had a bit of a shakeout down to the high and the market attempting to try and move back above this at the moment. As you can see there, it's already having a go because it's a very important area. Trade results for yesterday, well actually for the week, 237.26, so getting into a bit of a rhythm now. 5.72 on the profit factor and 77.23 or 77, whatever it is, 78.22. It doesn't really matter. I don't really look at the win-loss ratio, more interested in the profit factor, to be honest with you. As long as that's positive, then I'm making profits. It's the most important thing. So yeah, a bit of a slow start to the week, as I mentioned earlier in the week. So hopefully the non-farm payrolls tomorrow will give us plenty of opportunity to claw back those missed opportunities from Monday and Tuesday. In the S&P, we've got exactly the same price action, the market down and then coming back as we've seen. Also at the resistance of yesterday as well. Let me just draw in back to the 20th of September, where again we've got that 78.89. Again, all very, very similar for all of the markets at the moment. 30-minute chart, again, sell off initially and then bring in the market back above the DP. And at the moment, the S&P needs to get above the high, whereas the DAX is above the high. Well, it's just fighting with it at the moment. In the UK, we're moving to the upside quite strongly there, heading back to the 62% retracement. The conference is over. It seems to have calmed down a bit with the mini budget. 20 bar moving average needs to be taken out there as well, and you've got the 50 EMA at that 78% retracement as well. 30-minute charts, shakeout yesterday morning, and then we've moved to the upside, apart from lunchtime where we had a bit of a move to the downside there. That's when the Dow was trading, when it had its shakeout, came back, found support at the DP, and then has moved on and is above the high, just like the DAX, but not the S&P at this time. GBPJPY, we were down yesterday after the market hit the 89% retracement in the daily chart. So you can see that there was the high of, what would that be, Tuesday. And then we moved all the way down, as you can see there. And then in the afternoon, when the dollar opened, we saw prices moving back to the upside. But struggling a bit there at the moment, down past the DP. The one to watch, of course, is going to be the pound. And this too traded to the 78% retracement, also moving lower yesterday. So found support though at the 5-bar moving average and the 20-bar moving average as well. So yesterday trading up to Tuesday's high, and then the market moving sharply lower down to the 200 MA where it's found support, cluster of volume, oversold, and then bouncing off this. But overnight, the market too below the DP level. It's got to get back above this if it's going to move back to the upside and have any attempt of going back to the 114 level, because at the moment in the daily chart we're looking a bit weakish. Interestingly enough, let's go back to the monthly chart, and that 114 was a multi-year low that we looked at for months, and that's playing a part of resistance at the moment. So watch that 114 level there. Just a thought that's occurred to me. Obviously the low now is down at 103, but that was a major support, and now it's become a bit of a resistance. So like I say, keep an eye on that 114 level. And in the metals, silver was monkey hammered yesterday, trading down to the 5-bar moving average and then coming off that. It's amazing how that happens once you get the momentum to the upside. Overnight, silver prices continue to move higher. Watch the 78.89. We are entering overbought territory. Of course, the market's going to be waiting for the non-farm payrolls tomorrow to see if it's going to be inflationary, and obviously if it is, then silver will pop. But you've got to watch the dollar, because that is likely to move higher with the prospect of another rate increase. But yesterday, you can see there the monkey hammering taking place, and then we see the recovery during the afternoon as the dollar lost ground. Gold the same, but not as dramatic. You can see this not closing below the 50 EMA, bouncing off this on the overnight. And there's your sell-off in gold, nothing as dramatic as silver. And also needs to get above yesterday's high in order to move higher. Dollar, well, it started off well, but came off the highs, stuck at the 20 bar moving average at the moment, 78 and 89% retracement area as well for support. 30 minutes of dollar. This is why silver was hammered in the morning. You can see there, but as soon as the dollar index officially opened from the electronic, you can see this moving lower, sideways overnight. Needs to get back above the DP if it's going to have an impact of getting back above the high. But again, waiting for the non-farm payrolls. And finally, crude oil. This is the January contract. I thought I'd go out a few months. This starting to move high. No surprise really, as we head into the autumn, and also with the missile news yesterday kicking off this market to the upside. So we're seeing crude oil having moved up a good $14-15. So expect fuel prices to start moving up, nudging up again at the pumps. Okay, that will do it for this one. If there is anything major that happens, I will let you know. And as I always say, trade what you see, not what you think is going to happen. And that way you'll trade in harmony with the markets. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.